Hello guys, good evening to everyone. Now we have to discuss about the some of the questions in node.js. At the in these are the some of the interview questions regarding to the node.js language. At first, what is node.js and how does it differ from other server side technologies like PHP? Actually, no. Actually, node.js is an open source server side JavaScript runtime environment that allows developer to build a runtime the server side application using JavaScript. It is built on the JavaScript engine, which is also used in the Google Chrome. Just Google Chrome and Node.js enables the developers to write server side using the JavaScript and language traditionally associated. So and some of the key characteristics in Node.js are there, and it is also known as how it is different from other server side technologies, and some of them are the, as you all know, that the synchronous programming in the single value ecosystem. At first we have to discuss about the what is asynchronous programming. So node.js is known for its event driven non-blocking IO model, which allows you to efficiently handle a large number of concurrent situations. And the real-time capabilities means node.js is particularly well suited for building real-time applications like chat applications, online gaming and collaborative tools. So that is non-blocking event driven architecture. While comparing to the node.js with Apache and PHP can handle it is also PHP and it is also handle the real-time features, but they may take more complex steps or additional technologies to achieve similar performance. While comparing to the node.js and the PHP, node.js is easy to implement in real-time applications. And the second question is of the what is a callback function in Node.js and why are they commonly used in asynchronous programming? In Node.js and asynchronous programming is general. A callback function is a function that is passed as an argument to another function that is intended to be executed at later time. So the callback function uh, plays a crucial role in managing the execution and ensuring the program does waits for the long running task before before the other tasks. And callback function are also mostly important in synchronous programming, like event handling and error handling. Error handling means a synchronous operation can encounter errors such as network failures or no found errors. Callbacks are typically accept an error parameter and some of the topics, I think. So the pattern of passing errors at the first argument to a callback function is convention in Node.js, make it easy to check to handle error consistently. And what is the purpose of package.json? And the third question is, what is the purpose of package.json file in Node.js project? Can explain the key properties found in file. A package.json file. Actually, the package.json file is a crucial configuration file in Node.js project. It serves as several performance. At first of all, the package.json file is used to manage the project dependencies in both runtime dependencies. Package required for developing package required for developing, testing, and building the project. Version management, it specifies the version Node.js is required for the project, and some of the key properties are found in package.json file or the key value pair means each and every key should have must be have one value. In JSON format, the values are stored in keys and pairs. For every key, one value is to be assigned. Some of the key properties are typically find in package.json file. Now I have to tell one by one. First one is the name. And first one is name, version, description, main, and scripts. First of all, name means it should be unique with the npm registry. The name is unique to each and every user, each and every user. And the version is depend the version number of your project. Version is depends upon your configuration. And the description, a brief description of your project, providing a overview of its purpose and functionality. And the fourth question, for example, what is purpose of key values means in the package.json file is also visible in for each and like have to set one example like what is key and what is value. Notepad, notepad name. Here you have to give any name, like any name. And the version number we have to mention 9 9 or that. And in this way the package.json files the data, the package.json is stored in this type, store the data in this type, the following type. So the fourth question is that what is the explain the difference between the require and import statements in node.js. Why should you use one over another? And this is the fourth question to explain. Actually, the require package is a traditional way to import modules from the from the node package manager. It is very easy to implement. It is very easy to implement. Why? Because if you want any package, just you have to search npmjs.com. In that website, we have require all the packages required for the JS. Whereas the traditional way to import modules in Node.js, while import is a part of is script to module syntax. Using require package for common JS modules in Node.js when we are working with existing code, existing Node packages. Use for import when working with ES6 modules only. We should import the package module from the JavaScript development, the browser, and the import is when we have to import the statements means when we have working with the browser based applications, it is very simple. And the sixth question is what is middleware in the context of express.js. Can you give an example of how you would use middleware in an expression? Yes, actually in express.js middleware function or functions have to access the request and response objects in the express applications. They can perform various tasks such as modifying the request or response, executing the code simultaneously, or terminating the request response cycle. Middleware functions are also added to applications middleware stack and executed. Examples of using middleware in an express no, in an express application, sir, can create a custom middleware function using the log income request. It may look like looks like JavaScript code. Like when we import the package, we have to return const variable name is equal to require, and the parenthesis, inside the parenthesis we write the package name. So in that way, HTTP methods using this way. Okay. Actually, the middleware in Express helps to modularize and organize code, makes it easier to manage request tests, processing, error handling, and other aspects your application of the behavior. it is the application of the behavior. So it could the main method. The HTTP methods, when combined with the well-defined rules, provides a standard and predictable way to interact with the interact with the resources in RESTful API. Additionally, RESTful APIs often follows a set of conventions and best practices, such as using status codes to indicate the result. So there are main HTTP methods in RESTful APIs. One is the get method and another one is the post method and put to delete. Get method is used to retrieve the information, uh, retrieve the information, or is already stored in the somewhere like database. And the post method is used to create new resource. For example, when we have given the data in the form, it should automatically saved in the database. When we use it to retrieve the information from the database, you can use the get method. And put means used to update existing resource. Put method is also used to update the existing resources. Delete used to remove resources, for example unusable, for example unusable and undeclared variables. Declare variables, but it is not defined. So it will be, these are the four methods: get, post, put and delete. And the seventh question is, what is the purpose of npm? Npm means node package manager, and how does you use it to manage dependencies in node.js? So actually the npm node package manager is a package manager for node.js and javascript. Its primary purpose is to simplify the process of managing and sharing the javascript code libraries for node.js project. In that in that package, in the npm package manager, we, many libraries are there. Just we have to import that library and use it. And depend npm helps to specify the manage the dependencies in your node.js project. You can declare the package your projects needs in a package.json file. npm will npm will automatically download and install them in their own dependencies. When you install the some of the libraries, the libraries automatically come to the package.json file. npm also used to specify the version of the each package your project depends on. This helps us to ensure the project consistently uses the same version or not. And the question is, why is it important to hash passwords in web applications? See, when the user registered in any one of the website, the user details is stored in somewhere in the database, so in the database also, when we don't use the hash method, the in the database the password is also stored in like normal text. So in that way some of the problems are there. In that way the details of the user has been storing. Some of the problems is faced by the user. Hashing passwords is a web application of crucial of several important reasons for security, protect against inside threats, and the password reuse, compliance and trust. So security, the main purpose of hashing passwords is to protect the user data. Hashing converts the plain text into the sum of the fixed length or irreversible string of characters, means combination of numbers and characters. If a password is stored as a plain text or weak inscription, they are vulnerable to theft in case of data breach. So when we using the hashing technique, the password is stored in the form of the combination of numbers and characters. So in that way we should provide some security to the user, because the password is does not save in plain text, should be saved in like hash code. Hash code means combination of characters and numbers. And second, and another important, and Another important is protect against inside threats. Hashing also protect against insider threats where individuals with the access to the data to database might attempt to do or misuse their credentials of the user. Even administrators or developers with the database access should not have access to the user actual passwords. Well, the password is the main thing to secure the password is the main thing to secure the user data. Trust, and another one is trust. Users trust websites and applications to handle their personal information securely. Failing to hash password error, failing hash passwords errors. This trust can lead to a reputational damage and legal consequences for the organization. So thank you for listening this video. So thank you.